Hey, good morning. How's it going? Drinking my coffee. I like my coffee like I like my women. Instant. No, I'm kidding. Man, I just heard somebody say that one time and I thought it was funny as hell. Otherwise, that was just some weird kind of semi racist stuff that we just let roll off our tongues all the time. All right, so I am going to try and, talk about, a little bit about what's happening with racism in America today. It seems like when I pick up my phone, that is the trending topic. And honestly, um, I welcome it. All right, I do. We're going to have a really tricky conversation as a country, and I do feel um, both worried and afraid as a white guy with to speak about that. It's one of those things that it's really difficult to speak on, and I don't think we're very good at it. But in the news, it sort of seems like everything's just there's a big shoot switch, and now all of a sudden you have um, it's almost whiplash. Like now, I mean, it wasn't that long ago. We were just really mad at some guy for kneeling and for people, saying that it was a problem that black people kept on getting perceived as threat and then murdered, killed, or whatever. I don't even know how to say it. The people got in trouble for saying that. It was a really bad thing to where all of a sudden now, like corporate America is saying Black Lives Matter, and people, they've banned the flag, the Confederate flag, at NASCAR events. And I know people feel very different about it. I mean, all this stuff sort of makes common sense to me because I was kind of um, on that side of things. Like I just always did not necessarily buy into the idea that of I didn't. I'm more left, and I'm more trying to be an anti-racist and an ally than the people that are flying Confederate flags. But I have friends that fly Confederate flags, and I don't know, man. They're good people. Ugh, shit. I just feel like I've pushed this button a bunch of times to try and uh, just have a simple coffee thing. But I think this is the moment that we talk about this. We have to talk about this shit, okay? That's it seems to be, and I don't want to shirk from that moment. I do want to um, lend my voice in whatever way to helping build a kinder and more uh, just world, and that's what we're all doing with all of our little actions. And a lot of people say that Facebook pontificating is meaningless, and I would beg to disagree a little bit. I think it's the Main Street of America. It is the little tiny actions where we allow or we don't allow things to happen, um, and it's and so yeah, I'm just throwing my ideas out there. And what I will say is, it's totally okay to laugh at and be somewhat cynical of um, the performative virtue signaling nature of this conversation that we have, because you know what, we are not good at it. I'm not good at it. So my friends that are laughing at even a cringy video like this, another white guy putting his valued opinion on race relation out there, who's just trying to appear good. Sure, man, maybe, whatever, I get it. I don't know. I mean, was Nancy Pelosi wearing that African garb kneeling funny as shit? Hell yeah, that was funny as shit, man. But I'll go down to the soul of it and realize that, yeah, man, I do think that they are trying to make the world a kinder and more just space. I do think, was it self-serving? Probably. We're all selfish. We're all doing that. So I kind of look at people when people are like, I don't know, like, when everybody's trying to prove that they're not racist. Good. Prove you're not racist, man. Let's do this. Okay? But let's not try and hunt out the racism in other people. I mean, I think most white people have enough personal growth that they need to go through. Um, I mean, I think it's good to not tolerate racism, but on another level, just everybody's going through their own thing, and we need to. I do have sympathy for my conservative Republican friends that continually are called racists, and I think that sometimes they get kind of pushed into that corner, and I think that they're going through a different path of growth than the white moderate who Martin Luther King feared the most, right? And so I don't really enjoy the finger wagging that the left has towards the right, but I'm also cool with we can basically stop saying stupid shit like the Civil War wasn't about slavery because it was, and I get it. In some ways, certain people, they get that identity, like you have been told you're a certain way and you're a certain thing, and you have, in some level, you have, I can understand the sort of Southern pride thing. I mean, I grew up in the South, man. I was listening to Leonard Skinner and shit. I went through my, rebel flag as a cool symbol of who I thought I was thing. I did, and I'm not saying it's right. I mean, God, but I mean, I don't do it anymore, and I don't. People grow. People are going through their shit, man. But let's just worry about our own shit, not about our neighbor's shit so much. And let's see if we can learn to be allies to people and empathize with their experience. So I think that's one thing that we can all do. We can all do this, okay? I think it's important that whether you're whoever you are, you can try and empathize with the people. Just have a moment. And like right now, let's have that moment and let's just address, race in America. There's a lot of variables, and we could take another variable, but we're not right now. Right now, this moment in history has been because of the murder of George Floyd. Now we are having a conversation about the oppression of black people in America. So let's not necessarily get lost and say, oh, well, there's other oppression and there's this. What about like that? No, let's just I would suggest for everybody, my conservative friends, my liberal friends, like let's just take a moment and really empathize with the personal experience that somebody that is our countrymen and that are our brothers and sisters, but they're having a divergent experience from that. Let's empathize with that. And I think that we can... And if somebody says, well, I've already done that, I'm like, well, yeah, okay, cool, man. I'm doing it again, and I'm still learning. So, yeah, I want to be an anti-racist. I want to be an ally to the black community. I want to learn to do it better. Yeah, I'm going to use humor and laughing at myself and laughing at some of my other friends that are, we're just being goofy and like, look, we got black friends or like, I don't know. Like we're not good at this. And that's a thing to learn. We're not necessarily super good at being allies and anti-racist, but we're just honestly just learning, man. We're learning. The focus has been brought by history upon us and is now us to empathize and see what we can do to help end oppression, because I don't think I'm not for oppression. I'm not for oppression. I'm not for suffering. And so I will use like both humor and I will use empathy to try and push it down. So that's my coffee talk. That's it. Okay. It's like, this is what we're talking about. So I'm trying to speak right words about a difficult conversation. And I'm a little nervous, and I just want to say hey to everybody and just kind of chill out, talk the shit like what we're talking, and this is what we're talking about. So I love all y'all. Let's love each other. Let's get better. That's our job, right? Okay, that's our job on the planet. Okay, peace out, y'all.